Hey, we are going to talk about Lectio Divina. Lectio Divina. Lectio Divina. Lectio Divina. So let's dig into this. Lectio Divina is a great practice. It's one of the practices we use in Simple, and it has 4 movements. Each movement will include reading through the scripture 1 time and then following the prompts that go along with that. Before you start your first movement, the first thing you want to do is to prepare. And preparation looks like recollecting yourself, quieting your mind and your body, and connecting with Jesus. So you can become aware of your body, your breathing. Bring your awareness to Jesus inside of you. And releasing distractions, trusting God with each distraction that's coming to you. As you're quieting your mind and as you are bringing your awareness to Jesus inside of you, one of the most important things to engage is gratitude. So you can take time to bring your mind and your spirit to remember a time when you felt especially connected with Jesus, and re-experiencing that, bringing that into your mind and your body, becoming aware of that. And in that spirit of connection and gratitude, you're ready to start the practice. So the first step in Lectio Divina, all the 4 steps can be categorized starting with the letter R. So the first step is to read. When you're reading, you're going to want to read through slowly and thoughtfully, and you're inviting His Spirit to guide you as you're listening. You're going to listen for a special word or a phrase that stands out to you. It might sound louder than the other words. It might get your attention. It might make you feel resistance. It might even bring tears to your eyes. It may captivate you in some way, but this word or phrase that stands out to you is a way of the Spirit getting your attention that this is your special word or phrase for this day. So once you capture that, you're going to hold that word or phrase for all of the rest of the movements, the following 3 movements of Lectio Divina. You're going to hold on to that phrase. And during this first movement, so you read through slowly, and you select that word or phrase that's standing out to you. You can jot it down. I'm going to include a link in the description below to the written instructions for Lectio Divina so that you can have this in writing. So after you have identified that special word or phrase, you can write that down. In this first movement through, you're just going to savor that word or phrase. Just going to let that sit with your spirit. Sometimes we like to jump to analyzing and figuring out and taking action steps, and that's not what we're doing here. Just savoring, letting His Spirit bring that into you. Then you're going to move to the second phase. The second phase, the R is the word reflect. So during this time of reflection, you read the whole passage through again while holding on to that special word or phrase. And after you've read the whole passage through, then you reflect on and invite His Spirit to guide you. What in my life needs to hear this word? So let His Spirit surface those things in your life that need to hear this word or phrase. Let Him speak to you about that. I would encourage you to journal through this whole process. It can really be a great way to keep your mind attentive and give the Spirit a kind of an outlet to speak to you and help keeping you focused from distraction. You might even want to address your journaling to Jesus. That can be very helpful. I have found, and it's a conversational way of engaging with Jesus as we're letting His Spirit guide us in this. So that's the second movement of Lectio Divina, is to reflect. Now your third movement is respond. So you read the whole passage through again, and then on respond, you ask the Spirit, what is the invitation for you in this? And just listen to what His Spirit, what invitation He brings to you in your life for this. Write that down, and then write your response to that, your honest response, like not the be good church person response. I mean, maybe that is how it comes out, but that's not at all the goal. The goal is for honesty and to have a real authentic connection with Jesus. Maybe your response is like, yes, Jesus, this is exactly the invitation I wanted. But maybe your response is like, I don't like this at all. I don't feel good about this. I don't want to do this invitation, or this frightens me. Whatever it might be honest with Him and let your true response, you can pray that as you're journaling it. You might also then allow Him to speak back to you about your response. What would His response back to you be? And you can journal that too. So this step of respond is really an opportunity for a back and forth conversation between you and Jesus about His invitation to you. The final step is called rest. In this step, again, you read through the entire scripture while holding on to that special word or phrase. And as you're reading through it, this time you are resting in this sense of faith, and trust that Jesus can accomplish what He's inviting you to do, that He will be the strength, that He will bring the power, that He will take care of this, and that we can just rest in Him and just trust in Him. It's so beautiful. So that brings you through your fourth step and the final step of Lectio Divina. Now, in simple, one thing that you might like to do at the end of this is ask the meditative question, why now? Why might Jesus be bringing this to my attention now? When we ask why now, it often broadens what we are seeing in our spiritual practice to a wider lens of the rest of our life. We step back and the Spirit can show us connections of why this may be important or significant or mobilizing in ways that we hadn't yet noticed. So this makes it, it helps that transition of moving from meditation and prayer into life, which is of course what we want. We want this to soak into our whole life, all the rest of the day and night. So the why now question helps a little bit to facilitate that. I hope you guys really enjoy this practice of Lectio Divina. Linked in the description below, you will find the website that has the description of this practice and all the other practices of Simple too. Enjoy. We praise you, Jesus.